Okay, real quick, I just wanted to do some shout outs. Again, reminder that for Success Club updates, if you hit the cover photo on our Team VIP family page, you can see the top Success Club point earners. Let me just show this real quick so you can see. So if you haven't updated, I think I might need to update too. So just a reminder, but top Success Club point earner, Genevieve Strzok is at Success Club 20. She's brought on also 3 new coaches, which is awesome. Laura, Success Club 12. She's brought on 3 new coaches. And then I guess that puts me third for top Success Club earner with 6 and 2 coaches. So just a reminder, don't forget you can click this cover photo on Team VIP family. There's so many links here that are awesome for you, but that's where we're going to do our Success Club update. Just wanted to remind everybody that as well. And then just tonight, we're going to be super informal, but we want to touch on Summit. So for some of us that are newer coaches or not familiar what Summit is, it's a conference put on by Beachbody. It is our annual conference. And usually when you think annual conference, you think like, oh, boring, like work stuff. Like, I don't know about you, but in a lot of my previous jobs, the work conferences were like super boring. That is not how Beachbody does it. So it is a full 3 days, 4 days-ish, if you get there early, of training, of best practices on how to grow your business. They bring in top thought leaders from across the nation to instill just like this belief in positivity and personal development. Like I said, there's training from other top coaches, there's celebrations, and there's also new announcements. So anything new that's coming out, like there's so many things that we don't even know that are in the pipeline will be announced. So that's super exciting. We kind of just get to see like what's ahead for the year. And then it's also a way to celebrate top coaches. If you have advanced your business in rank, if you are an elite coach, a premier coach, if you are a Success Club legend, all-star, we just celebrate that there as well. I will tell you, the first time you go, it can be very overwhelming because there's a lot of people, but it's also really, really exciting. It's truly, there's just so many high energy, high vibe people there. It's awesome. You get to see all walks of life, people from across the country, at every point in their journey. I think that was the biggest thing for me when I first went, when Jessica and I first went our first year. It truly is. It just shows you that anybody can build a successful business. And that's what I love most about this, that this business doesn't play favorites and that there are successful people that are like me. There are people that are like nothing like me at all and successful. So that's really, really cool as well. One thing I'm going to talk, and then I'm going to hand it over to Jackie, and she's going to talk about how to maximize your Summit experience. What I want to talk about right now is, if you are going to Summit, we're going to give you everything you need to know. If you haven't joined our Summit 2018 group on Facebook, I encourage you to do that because that's kind of how we'll communicate throughout the day. But even if you're not going to Summit, I don't want to let that like detract you. Obviously, you're going to see us, and I'll be really honest with you, you're going to wish you were there because it's a rocking good time. So go ahead and put it on your plan to be there 2019 with us because it's a great time. But if you are not going, they will be streaming the opening and closing ceremonies on YouTube. I do believe that tomorrow on the National Wake Up Call, they'll be sharing the links for that. But I strongly encourage you, if you're not going to be attending, is that you watch those opening ceremonies because that's, again, when they drop all of the announcements for everything news coming up. And then the closing celebration, it truly is like a Las Vegas show. They put on a great time. It's a great time to celebrate. And they also do like the Beachbody Challenge winners, which is incredible. People who have lost hundreds of pounds in their lives have been changed by our programs and supplements, and it's so inspiring. So I encourage you to do that. Again, info on that will be on the National Wake Up Call. But for all of us going, and for those who are not going, what should you be doing now? That's what I want to talk about first. First and foremost, you should be priming your audience. And what I mean by that is that this week before you go, you should be really kind of building up that affinity on your social media, connecting with other people, liking and commenting and building relationships and posting valuable things on your social media to get more eyes on what you're doing. Okay, so again, we're trying to build that affinity. I would just say connect with as many people as possible because we want when we're there, eyes to be seeing what we're doing. So that would be for anyone going. And again, if you're streaming, if you're not there, and if you're streaming the opening ceremonies, share with excitement all the cool things that are coming. Last summit, we learned we were getting beach bars. We learned about the 2B mindset. We learned about, what new program? We learned about 80-day obsession. I think we learned about a lot of cool things that we could share excitement with. But right now, what you should be doing is expanding your network, like always, but I would just multiply that times 10 and really connecting with more people. And I would take that up like 10 notches too. So that when you are posting more things of what's happening later on the weekend summit, you got more eyes on your post. Cool. Jessica, would you say anything else that they should be doing right now to prepare for that?
And definitely, and Jackie and Rachel probably talk about this too, but make sure that you, with your building excitement, remember that your audience has no idea what you're talking about. So sometimes when you talk about something, or you're talking about like an outfit that you like, oh, pick my A or B outfit or whatever, make sure that you're saying your content in a way that makes sense to somebody who has no idea what you are as a coach or what you might be going to. So when you say summit, that doesn't really mean anything to somebody, but if you say something like a coach conference or an annual coach celebration, something that they can kind of relate to, then they'll start to understand. But sometimes whenever we put content out, we say it as though we're talking to Team VIP coaches, and it doesn't always come across because people get confused. And then when they're confused, they become disinterested. But people like to go on your journey. What outfit did you pick, A or B? And then when you're at Summit, show them, this is the outfit that I chose. Those kind of things are really awesome because it takes them on a journey and gives them a reason to check back in. Or saying something like, hey, this is happening on this day. I'm going to post about it tomorrow morning. Give them a reason to check back in. That's always good, so that they are coming back to your stories. They're coming back to your posts. And our coach sneak peek this week I see you, girl. Our coach sneak peek this week, we'll post. Do you have the link up, Raquel, that you can put in the chat box?
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
So the coach sneak peek will be open tomorrow for you to add your people to if you want to add, and you're more than welcome to emulate it and do it in your own groups as well. You don't have to be in ours, even if you aren't going, but it'll be Wednesday through Friday, and every day will be 2 live videos a day. So we'll have one live video that's content-based, that's kind of similar to what you see in our Power Hour live event, if you will, that's like talking about the nooks and crannies and nuts and bolts of coaching. And then the other live video of the day will be a Summit sneak peek, because there's just some really inspiring things that happen at Summit. Like Raquel talked about, we'll do a live, one of the live videos will be at one of the live workouts, because it's so encouraging when you see all these walks of life. Like she said, our first summit, we were blown away by all the different kinds of shapes, sizes, people's backgrounds that you saw coming to these events, and were successful coaches. So that'll definitely be something that we throw into the sneak peek. Just the camaraderie and the event, and they really do know how to throw an event like none other. So giving people a little taste of that throughout the sneak peek, but also giving them that content and that nuts and bolts and what do we actually do as coaches. So that's why we're doing it for a 3-day sneak peek instead of what we've been doing traditionally, which is the 1 hour on one day. So it'll be Wednesday through Friday, 2 videos a day. Link is in the chat box. You can start adding people tomorrow, but that way you know what to expect. Or if you want to run it on your own and follow a similar model, also feel free to do that, anything that works for you. And then I will hand it over to Jackie and Rachel to explain how to maximize. Oh, sorry, Jackie, I caught you out of your seat.
Jackie, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go?
No, I was getting Joe out of the bathtub, sorry. Single mom tonight over here. So one thing that you guys can really kind of go in headstrong and like excited about it is Ignite. I know that was one major thing that whenever we started going to the summit thing last year, like I so coincidentally got a ticket from a coach that stopped coaching, and she had already bought a ticket, and that like blew my mind, being in there with like these top coaches telling their story, and like also not just like the like high and mighty story of like how successful their business is, but it was more like real. Like they talked about how you struggle and how it was hard to get there, and everybody has those coaches that sign on and then they're gone the next week, but it was just very insightful and kind of like heartwarming, hearing all of their stories. That was really cool. I just looked, tickets are still on sale, and you can just look that up. It's called Ignite Summit Indie Speakers. You can just type it up. I'm sure it's on the Beachbody website as well. But that was awesome. I love being able to see all their stories, and it was just so like motivational. Like you left that room thinking like, hell yeah, I'm going to change some lives today. Like it was really cool. So if you haven't gotten your Ignite ticket, I think they're $35. Is that right? 35 for like just the basic. So go for it because it's awesome. And then another thing is if you haven't downloaded the Team Beachbody events app, that's another really great way to kind of schedule your time, because there is just stuff going on the entire day, and a lot that you can just kind of add into your schedule. So it's a great little app that you can pick the event. I know that's how the Success Club trip is kind of scheduled in there, and you can add and take off things. But right now it says today's the last day to register for Summit Workshop. So if you haven't done that, get that done. But that app was really awesome. What else? I wasn't quite sure on what else we need to talk about for Summit stuff.
I can go ahead and go through kind of like the schedule for each day. And I know a lot of us are trying to plan out what we're wearing, what clothes we need to bring, what we need to pack.
Oh gosh, I'm like the lightest packer. Rachel like saw my little suitcase last year and she's like, what is that? Like, what about my suitcase?
I'm the opposite.
Haley took up like the entire side of the room. But really just being able to wear shoes that you can walk around in all day long, comfortably. I think I wore sandals, and then we'll like go back to the hotel before dinner or before night stuff, and you can change your outfit or change your clothes there. I think during the day it was very casual, and like we would wear like shorts and a top or like a cute little sundress or things like that are super simple that you wear every day just out and about. At night it's a little bit more dressy. Anytime that there's any big get-togethers with the coaches, one thing that Rachel and Raquel were saying last year is dress like. Is that what it was last year? And somebody was like, Rachel wanted to get dressed up, and she's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm too dressy. And Raquel said, dress like.
Dress as if.
Dress as if. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's so great, because that's how you're attracting your people, and that's how you're attracting your little community, even if it's not on our team. And that was something really cool last year too, is like you're out with all of these other coaches, you make so many connections with people, and it doesn't have to be through our team, and it's okay. But it just makes it more fun. Like you will find so many more people like you. So it's okay to go talk to strangers there. You'll be okay. But pack whatever you feel comfortable in during the day. I think I packed like 5 different workout outfits. I don't know if we're packing our Team VIP shirt for like the big workouts or anything like that. But if you have any like the pink stuff, we're wearing pink one night for dinner, or just like a get together picture. So if you have pink stuff, bring that, and bring options, because you'll go and you'll be like, oh, I don't really want to wear that, and you'll change your mind. But just kind of do you, like wear what you would normally wear, because that's how you are. And if other people are going to be seeing you all day long, that's what you want them to see anyways. I do want to talk a little bit about like last year with food and everything. Last year we got the lunches that came with the whole like meal ticket. It was $18 or something. I like would rather have packed my own snacks. I'm so glad that we have beach bars now and we can do that, because that lunch was not worth $18 for me. Also, I think it was just location. It just was really a lot more out of convenience getting the food there. But there's so many little restaurants or little places to go and eat. There's a mall within like 2 blocks of this place. So if you need to go and like get food, it's an easy thing. Don't spend $18 on the box meal. If you did already, hopefully it's better than last year. But pack your own little snacks, get beach bars, do like little pre-pack apples or veggies or anything like that. That's a really great way to just be be ready, like little almond bags or stuff like that. Because I know that you're sitting in these little clinics for like 2 to 3 hours sometimes, and you just need something to kind of stay awake, because you are like, by the time we left, we were exhausted. Like, it is like jam-packed of stuff to do all day long. So just be ready with your own little foods. Bring a backpack or like a bag that's comfortable to carry, because you're going to be carrying it around all day long. I brought my Beachbody backpack last year, and that worked out perfectly fine. I am a fan of writing things down, like handwritten, so I brought a notebook and like pens and stuff like that. I know a lot of y'all are more into like typing up on your computers, so bring your computer, your laptop if you want to do that. As for like technology, there are little portable chargers that are literally this big for maybe $8 at Marshall's. I would invest in some, because your phones will die, your computer will die, so just be ready for that. And that's a super easy investment for like the entire trip, but also later on, because I use it all the time. So if you don't have like a little portable charger or like cords and stuff like that, I would invest in that before you guys get up there, because that was really helpful. And really, I just like keep an open mind the entire time you're up there. Like if a group of people want to go do something, but you really kind of, you have your heart set on going to see this speaker, then go see that speaker. Maybe that's what you need more, then do that. So I think just kind of look through the schedule, see what works best for you, and what really interests you or hits your weak points. And it's all about growing. So be excited. It's going to be fun.
So I think most of us are traveling on Wednesday. Who's getting there on Wednesday? Okay. So on Thursday, who already has a ticket to Ignite? If you're going to be there on Thursday morning already and you don't have a ticket, I think, correct me if I think it's either 8 to noon or 9 to noon. It's something like that. It's going to take up the morning, because Summit doesn't officially like start until the evening, or the afternoon. I forget which, but there's nothing built in that morning time. So like that's such a great use of time. I'm pretty sure, like Jackie said, you can still buy tickets for that, but that's where most of us will be. And so let's just figure out who, like in the so Charity, you'll miss that. But in our Summit page, in our Summit group, we'll figure out who's all going, and then we can all sit together during that time. That's super valuable. It's not an event that's put on by Beachbody, but it's part of our, like up line, and we're all kind of like connected. And that's really great. Like Jackie said, you hear about it from a lot of the top coaches, and they weren't just talking about their life at the top. It was all the crap that they went through to get there. And we all left super, super inspired by that. And it's just, you hear a lot of like real talk from successful coaches while you're there. And then on Wednesday night, there's like the celebrate or the opening night, like all of the Beachbody stuff. If you haven't been to an event yet, it's so like done up. Like Raquel said, it's like a Vegas show, like literally the opening is kind of like that. And it's just really cool. It's really neat. On the first night, there's some recognition from like you're 1 to 4 star. You're recognized. There'll be, some of us have, some people will have seats on the floor if you qualify for that. And then everybody else will be, or the vast majority of everyone will be sitting in the stands. So you'll want to make sure that you find where the rest of our team is, and so that everyone can sit together. And then that's a couple hours that first night. And you can just wear like casual clothes to that. And then so that's Thursday. And then on Friday Friday morning has workouts. and you should have already selected your workout for that time. And then what we did in my room last year, me, Jackie, and Haley, we went back to our hotel room after the workout and showered, got ready, changed clothes before we went to the morning session. In the morning, I think that's the general session that will be at the stadium. And so anytime you go into a stadium, and at the Mercedes-Benz Dome, they were crazy about this last year with bringing in snacks. Like, it sucks because you're there for like 3 or 4 hours, and they try and tell you the only food that you can eat is the really crappy food that they sell at the stadium.
I completely forgot about that. Like, we were shoving like granola bars in our bra. Like,
yeah, I had food in my pocket that got compensated.
Like, and don't be afraid to do that if they're that crazy.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is take my, like, I have a Swell water bottle that's not clear. I'm gonna keep it empty, and stuff like beach bars and like nuts in there and close it. But they'll like, I mean, last year they like tapped around like my pockets and everything, and I got busted once, but they just throw food out left and right. So if you're going to bring food into that, be really sneaky. The rest of the events you can bring food into, but it's just whenever we're in the stadium. And then there is lunch after that. If you qualified for a photo op with trainers, you would have already gotten an email about it. And I know one of your options for times is on that day on Friday, or around lunchtime that day. Then you have a little break for lunch. And then that's when we go over to the convention center, and then you break into whatever hall you signed up for. I think most of us are in is that what we picked, I think. And then there's also a leadership workshop that day. So whenever we're at those events, like, just try and figure out who is signed up for your hall or for your workout, and get together and stay with them. And then after that there's some downtime. And then on Friday night is the Leadership Ladder Party and the Success Club Party. And I think those are themed. State fair or something like that. I don't really dress in theme ever, so I don't really know. But you'll want to wear like a cocktail dress of some sort. Something like that. It's not like super casual. It's not like shorts and sandals necessarily. People usually get a little bit more dressed, or last year people got a lot more dressed up than that. But just, I don't know if it's going to be outdoors or indoors. Last year it was outside, so it was warm, so dress according to the weather. And then on Saturday morning is the during the day for the sessions, like Jackie was talking about, you can wear whatever you want. The vast majority of people wear workout clothes. And last year when I was trying to figure out what to pack, I asked Raquel, I was like, well, what are you wearing? And she said, like, probably more just like regular, nice, casual clothes. And she said most people dress in workout clothes, but top coaches don't. They dress nicer. So I was like, that's how I'm going to dress. So I'm wearing like shorts and like a blouse or a top that's not like a t-shirt. But that's just me. You can wear what you want. Like I said, the vast majority of people wear workout clothes. A lot of people don't wear workout clothes though as well. And then on Friday or on Saturday morning is the workout that's, what do they call that? The super workout, where they're like shutting down all these streets in Indianapolis, and we're having a big workout in the streets. And that one is really long. And we will all figure out like what time we're meeting from what hotel, and we'll all walk over together so that we can like all reserve our same little spot together. We didn't stay the whole time last year because I don't know if any of us ever work out for 2 hours, but that's going on. And then there's another session. Then you go back to the hotel. There's time to go back to the hotel. There's time to shower and get ready, and then go on to another session at the Dome or at the stadium. And then at those sessions are where you'll hear from Carl, you'll hear from Jeff Hill will do stuff. They'll bring in lots of coaches here and there to give little talks. Keynote speakers will be there giving motivational speeches. Beachbody does a really great job of like the way that they program all of these things so that you're not getting bored. They kind of break it up and add like little coach stories in between things. So it's not like you're just hearing somebody talk the whole entire day. And then there's time for lunch after that. And then we move over to the convention center again to finish out the afternoon in sessions. And then after that, there's time for dinner. And I think that Saturday night is when we're having some sort of team VIP get together. So for the closing ceremonies, it is everyone dresses for the most part a little bit nicer that night than during the day or even for opening ceremonies. And so we encourage you to wear something that is pink so that we can take a really cool team picture together, and we'll just do a little bit of team bonding that night. And then we'll head over to go to the closing ceremonies where they do some more recognition of coaches. And the closing ceremony is really, really cool because you'll see more of the trainers at that point. You'll hear, it's just super, super celebratory. They do some more recognition. And then they do, my favorite part of that was when they did the Beachbody Challenge winners. And they showed some of the top, the finalists showed their story, and then brought them on stage, and they do like top 10 coach recognition and things like that. It's just a really, really cool event. Then once that's done, that's it. So Saturday night, that's the last thing. And then everyone is traveling home on Sunday. So for workout clothes, you'll need to bring something for Friday, something for Saturday. And if you have a Team VIP tank, bring that. And then you'll want to bring, for me, I'm going to wear a dress on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. And the Saturday night one is going to be pink. And then I'm bringing just like casual outfits. For me, that's going to be shorts, but they're like nicer shorts for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then my travel clothes for both Wednesday and Sunday.
I'm really glad we're not driving again this year.
Amen. I know. Although we're meeting at like
so fun, but I'm really glad we're not.
Yeah.
For casual stuff, I typically wore like shorts and a cute top or rompers. Rompers are really easy to wear around during the day too. And I mean, if you have nice ones, that could also like double as like a night outfit if you wanted to, depending on like how comfortable you are in it. There was one more thing I wanted to say, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Don't forget a sweater. The conference room is cold.
Okay, do we have any questions? We kind of just wanted to give you a rundown of what to expect if you're going to attend, because again, when you first go, you don't really know what to wear or what to expect. So hopefully you get a rundown for that. Definitely download the app. That's huge. It'll send you reminders of where to be and when things are opening and all that good stuff. And then, like I said, just really spend this time this week before you leave, just really kind of beefing up your social media, because that's going to be huge. Obviously, we build our business through social media. People kind of want to watch in and kind of get the behind the scenes. Obviously, you'll be documenting it when you're there. If you're not there, you're going to be talking about how excited you are to be there next year and all the exciting announcements that are coming. But just build that excitement, because this is such a huge part of our business. It really is. There's so many exciting things. I can't wait to see what they're going to announce for the upcoming year. So get excited about that. Do we have any questions that we didn't answer? Yeah. So if you want to post what hall you're in our Facebook page, that might be nice to see who's where. And then y'all can kind of figure out where to meet. I believe I'm in hall I, Jessica's in hall I, but I know people are in D and or I. I think I'm I should probably check. But any questions that we didn't answer before we head out?
Just make sure, because sometimes it can be chaotic, because there's a lot of us going, which is really exciting, but don't stress out. Make sure that you make it a great experience for you and you get out what you need to. Don't stress about anything, or about if you're not able to sit with somebody or you're in the wrong hall. That is okay. It is just, sometimes it's very stressful and it's like there are people everywhere. It doesn't matter at all. You're going to have a wonderful experience, and check in to the Summit Facebook page. That's where we will post anything and everything. So if there's something that you need to know, or there's an update, or there's hey, I'm in Hall D, I'm sitting in this row, you can post that in the group so that anybody else that's coming, you guys can kind of navigate towards each other. Or, hey, we're at the opening session and we blocked off a spot here so that we're all sitting together. Cool. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But use that group as kind of a sounding board and a message bed. So if there is something that people need to know, or we're trying to all talk to each other, that's a great place to make sure that you're checking into and communicating. That'll be easier. But just don't let it stress you out. It's going to be an exhausting weekend, so you want to maximize it. And if you need to take a break in the middle of the day, if you feel like your brain is going to explode after half of your sessions and you need to go back to your room and like write it out, or like do a game plan or whatever, do that. Don't feel like you need to kill yourself. You want to have a really positive and a really fun experience. So make sure it is equal parts learning, equal parts bonding, equal parts fun, and you're sharing it all on social. That's my best recommendation.
Cool.
Okay, guys. Then we will be posting in that group as we get closer anything else that you need to know. So if you know of anybody else who is not in that Facebook group, or you are not, make sure you get them added, because we won't put it in the Team VIP family page, because we don't want to be bombarding people that aren't going with nonsense that makes no sense to them. So make sure you're part of that if you are not, and we will get that going. But I'm so excited to see everybody. It's going to be such a good time. I can't wait to see everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the social. Bye, team.